I told my cheating husband I was leaving him, and he asked if his girlfriend could keep the house. I found out about the affair doing something completely normal: laundry. I was emptying the pockets of his jeans when his phone slipped out and hit the tile floor. The screen lit up with a text from someone named Amanda that said, "Can't wait for tonight, baby." I froze. Amanda? Who the hell was Amanda? I knew every coworker, every poker buddy, every neighbor. There was no Amanda. My stomach dropped and my hands went ice cold. I stood there, in our laundry room, surrounded by Tide Pods and betrayal. That evening, he was on the couch, eating leftover pizza, watching some generic shoot-'em-up movie with the volume way too loud. I walked in, held up his phone, and asked, "Who's Amanda?" He didn't even mute the TV, just shrugged and said, "She's nobody important, nobody important." This man I'd spent 8 years with, 5 of them married, just casually downgraded his mistress to nobody. Like I was asking about a wrong number, not the woman he was cheating on me with. The next few days were a blur of ugly fights, tense silences, and me crying in the shower so the neighbors wouldn't hear. He stayed on the couch, claiming Amanda didn't mean anything, and it was just a phase. Meanwhile, I found receipts in his wallet for expensive dinners we never had, hotel stays, Uber rides at 1 a.m. from places he swore he'd never been. So while he was at work, late again, I packed. My sister came over with garbage bags and wine. We cleared out my clothes, my books, my childhood photos, anything that mattered. I left the wedding album on the kitchen table, face down, with a post-it that said, "I hope she likes page 17. It was from our honeymoon. He was smiling like he won the lottery. Joke's on him. That evening when he got home, I was sitting at the kitchen table with a manila envelope and a whole lot of rage in a cute sweater. Inside, the divorce papers. My lawyer friend printed them off and highlighted all the spots he needed to sign. I looked him straight in the eye and said, "I'm leaving you. I want a divorce." I braced myself for begging, for a meltdown, a last-minute apology, a "please, let's go to therapy." Nope. This man scratched his head, looked genuinely confused, and asked, "So, can Amanda keep the house?" I blinked. "I'm sorry, what?" He nodded like he was asking if she could borrow my blender. "I mean, she's been staying over a lot anyway, and she really likes the kitchen." The kitchen? The kitchen I picked tiles for, that I painted on weekends while he played Xbox and told me I was so good at that kind of thing. The kitchen where I made homemade lasagna on our anniversary. The one with my grandma's pot holders still hanging on the oven door. That kitchen? I grabbed my purse and stood up. "Where are you going?" he asked. "To my sister's," I said, heading toward the door. "Amanda can keep whatever she wants, but she's getting it with a $30,000 mortgage and a husband who cheats when he gets bored." 2 weeks later, I was curled up on my sister's couch, glass of wine in hand, when she showed me Amanda's Instagram stories. Amanda had fully moved in, posting thirst traps from my old bedroom, using my floral bed sheets from Target like she was doing a room reveal. Even had the nerve to caption one, "Home vibes." But then karma showed up, fashionably late and ready to party. Turns out Amanda worked at the same insurance company as my husband, and she'd also been hooking up with their boss. 3 months after I moved out, my husband came home early and caught Amanda in our bed with his boss, in his house. I got a call that night at 11 p.m. He was crying, like full, snotty-voiced, hiccup-filled, sad boy tears. Told me he finally understood how it felt, begged me to come home, said he'd do anything to fix this. I told him I was too busy planning my trip to Costa Rica with all the money I was saving by not splitting his mortgage or cleaning up after his crusty dishes anymore. Amanda moved out the next week, took the coffee maker and the dining room chairs, left behind her poor taste and his broken ego. He's been living alone ever since, probably eating cereal straight out of the box and rewatching old action movies, wondering how he lost everything for nobody important. Meanwhile, I'm learning Spanish, taking pottery classes, and sleeping through the night like a baby with no bills and 0 lies to deal with.